What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time joining us, like I say, welcome to the show. Please subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when we're posting, but we're posting every Friday. You don't got to wonder. It's up every Friday. Check out the library, see some of the other episodes. You want to know what's going on with me, go to andrewsantino.com. You want to check some of the merch out, like this cool rocks glass or this here hat that I love so very much. Go to andrewsantinomerch.com, or if you're on YouTube's, right down there, there's a merch bar. You can check out the shirts and all the stuff that we got. Also very excited to be back on the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/whiskeygingerpodcast. The link is also on my website. And on there, we're doing one-on-one Cheeto chats, Zoom calls with a top tier, exclusive stuff you can't get on the YouTubes, early episode drops without ads, all sorts of fun stuff. So check it out, will ya? Whiskey Ginger is supported by Squarespace. If you are looking to build a new website, to sell a product, to publish a blog, to just get stuff out there on the intronets, you got to use Squarespace. I've used it myself. It's extremely convenient. It's very easy. They have beautiful templates for you to choose from that make it so simple. You got to be a goofball to not know how to use it. If you are looking to build a website, it's very daunting. I tried to build mine, and it was embarrassing. Then I jumped on Squarespace. I tried it out as a skeptic, as most people are like, whatever, it's just another website builder. No, they're phenomenal. They're extremely helpful. They also have these great templates and ways for you to integrate your own style, but also use what they have to give you. And I think it's incredible. Powerful e-commerce functionality lets you sell anything online. It's optimized for mobile, so you got it on your telephono. 24/7 award-winning customer support too. So no matter what you're trying to do, when you're trying to do it, Squarespace got your back. Make it yourself. Easily create a website. Make it stand out. Stand out with Squarespace. It's very simple. Go over to squarespace.com/whiskey. That's squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use that promo code whiskey. Get 10% off your website and or domain. Squarespace.com/whiskey. Use that promo code whiskey.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
Oh, that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today for realsies. It's Malin Akerman. Malin?
Hi.
Hi.
Andrew.
I haven't seen you in, well,
Yeah.
two years?
2 years.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
We're not good friends.
Nope. Thanks a lot, pandemic and life. Yeah, but you know what it is? I live in L.A.
Yeah.
You kind of live in L.A.
I live in LA.
Yeah, but you work and you're gone all the time.
Travel
You're
until
not
now.
you're an LA person who doesn't really live here full time.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm an LA person.
But
I'm
now
here.
I feel like an LA person.
Yeah, because you
I feel
have
like
to
I
be.
haven't left LA in 5 years is what it feels like now.
Yeah.
I wanted to be home. I couldn't wait to just spend time at home, and now I take that back.
Now you're panicking about it? Oh, you don't like being around your family?
No, I actually do love it, and now I'm panicking about going back to work. When you just get comfortable all of a sudden. I'm ready for the pandemic to be over.
Yeah, same.
And to see people out and be lively again. Where you can talk to people at a bar.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go back to work.
I'm going back in 2 weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks.
What are you doing?
This a little FX show called Dave. That I do.
Oh yeah, I've seen Dave.
Yeah, I'm on it.
You'll be great
I'm one of the
at
guys
that.
on the show.
Are you his penis?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm his butt plug. I'm excited to go back. For people that are unaware, we have a lot of backstory, a lot of exposition to tell. But
Yeah.
Malin is a actor, writer, producer, pole dancer for
Not a writer.
for a decade.
Definitely a pole dancer.
She is a bow hunter, a fisherwoman.
Yeah, I hunt bows.
You hunt bows.
I hunt
a
bows.
fisherwoman, and also a paper mache expert, I guess, aficionado. Yeah, you
Yeah.
make paper mache everything.
Only Viking paper mache.
Viking
so.
paper maches.
Yeah, very.
What's
different.
hello again in Swedish?
Hey.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, it's all in throat.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Like my
somebody
mom's name is
somebody
Pia.
hit you. Pia.
But in Swedish it's Pia.
Pia.
Yeah.
What a dare. Pia. Like somebody, like someone choked you. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
pretty much.
Malin and I met doing a show I don't know how long ago.
It was, well, Seb was like a year and a half.
Yeah, your
and
son
he's
was
7.5
1.
now, so he's like
6 years, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good at math.
So crazy.
6
And
years
we
ago.
shot a show in Vegas together, and your son was such a tiny little person, and now I see him, and he's like a boy,
He's
which
like
is
almost a
so
teenager.
crazy. It's so weird
Yeah.
to see. And
Remember
'cause
when he shit his pants?
He shit his pants in
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah.
All the way. Well, I mean, we were in Vegas for 6 weeks. Who doesn't
He
shit their
partied hard.
pants?
Yeah. He was at the craps table. He was hitting hard.
It was terrible. One of his first words was casino. It's
No.
awful. Yes.
Casino?
Yeah, because we were at the casino. Because you
Yeah.
had to hit casino in the
Oh, in the elevator to get down to the
remember?
floor.
We were
And
staying at Caesar's Palace.
and
he was
she
like,
goes casino every time, right?
Every
Over
time.
the elevator
Yeah,
woman. That's right.
casino.
Casino. Yeah, he shit his pants. I remember we were gonna go out for dinner, and you were like, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll meet in the lobby or whatever. Something. And then you had called me, and we were like, I have to fix something. You can either come to the room and help, or I'll see you at
Did
the
I say I have
restaurant.
to fix something?
Yeah, you were pretty vague about it. And then I
my
got there,
God.
and you were like, Seb shit his pants, and I was like, oh, okay.
But like he was still in a diaper. But when we say shit his pants, he had full on diarrhea that went up to his neck. He
Yeah.
was in one of those onesies.
in the back of his hair.
And you stood there and laughed
I
the
did.
whole time.
It was
You
very,
just
very
stood there
funny.
and could not believe it and just laughed while I was trying to clean my child.
That's how I helped. I laughed.
Yeah.
I brought laughter to
You'd
it.
be
Well,
a
I
great
walked
dad.
in and you didn't really explain what was going on, and then I just saw poop up his back, and I was like, funniest thing I've seen
It
today.
was crazy.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
spent time in
God.
Vegas. We spent a couple months in Vegas. We shot a show, and
Sin
then
City Saints for Yahoo Screen.
yep, it didn't
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't even exist. Yahoo literally stopped trying. I think they saw the
After
show.
our show.
Yeah, and they
They
were
were
like,
like,
we got to cash out. I got to go home.
Yeah.
But all that time we spent, we grew a wonderful friendship, and I love you. And then you went on
Yeah.
to continue to do great stuff, and I stayed right at the middle. I coasted right in the middle of my career.
You've got your own podcast.
Yeah, I'm
Your
killing
own
it.
show.
This is huge, and thank you for the fans
And
for.
you're about to be on Dave.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
you
on.
know,
Yeah, I'm back on the show.
you
That'll
are
be good.
making it.
But and then now, we did almost 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah,
Almost 2
it
years.
was 2 years ago.
We shot a little movie with an extreme cast of.
I mean, unbelievable cast.
Yeah, we have a mutual friend named Nicole Payon who is a longtime friend of yours, and
Yeah.
and oddly enough, I met her way before I ever met you. We did a pilot together. You
Oh,
know,
that's right.
Yeah, we did a
That's
pilot
right, you
for
did.
CBS, and
Some sort of improv pilot. Wasn't
yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was a hybrid, and it was
I remember her talking about you.
it was like half. And what did she say?
Well, let's take that later.
It was half scripted and half with improv, and it
Yeah.
was me, her, Tiffany Haddish,
Yeah, that's right.
Asif Ali.
It's a good cast.
It was there's so many cool people.
Yeah.
It was a wild show, and the pilot was terrible, but we just were having fun.
Yeah.
There was no rules. They just were trying to make it so loose that it was just kind of like we didn't know where we were going. And then anyway, Nicole and I stayed in contact. So and then she wrote this movie, and Malin is the star of the show. And I did a little bit role in this movie that's out right now. It's called Friendsgiving. You can get it anywhere, I guess. We talked
Yeah.
about that for a second. I don't know about
Video on demand. It's like
VOD.
wherever you get your
like
your
where
movies.
where do people really get that from? Because on me, it's on my television, and I just see. I don't have to hunt for much because the TV just goes here, anything you need.
Yeah, well, that I think most TVs are like that nowadays, and if not, you can do it on your computer.
Does everybody have a smart TV?
Not everyone.
I thought that was Hollywood only.
Oh, maybe.
I thought I was only the one. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe you're the only one.
How much do you think
I
it is to
happen to
rent the
have one.
movie?
What are movies nowadays? $10?
I don't know. A Friendsgiving movie. Here we go. Let's see if we can rent it right now.
It's not out yet.
$875,000.
Oh yeah,
No, you can watch it right now from $9.99.
$9.99.
$9.99.
That's not a high
No, it
price.
is out right now.
It's a good.
When this comes out, it'll already be out.
Okay, great.
It's out.
It's out. It's out.
It's
guys.
out right now.
It's out, and it's only $9.99.
$9.99.
Listen, that's like
That's pretty
a
good.
cup of coffee from Starbucks. But this way, you get an hour and a half of full-on entertainment, and like you were saying, a killer cast Chelsea
with
Peretti,
super funny people. Yeah,
Oh my
Peretti,
God, Dion
Wanda
Cole,
Sykes, Dion Cole,
Fortune Feimster,
Fortune, Aisha
Ryan-
Tyler,
Ryan Hansen,
Ryan Hansen, who's the worst person on planet Earth. I can't stand him. I don't ever want to see that dude ever again.
Kat Dennings,
Handsome jerk, Kat Dennings.
yeah, Jack
And
Donnelly. My husband?
And your husband and
Yes.
Jane Seymour.
Oh, let's not forget the legend.
We had so much fun. Jane Seymour,
She was game, man.
She was down.
Really down.
she knows how to tell stories too. Jane Seymour is kind of like how sometimes when a baseball announcer will throw in their personal life,
Yeah.
but you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
She was good at that. Like
Yeah.
she'll be telling a story, like how a baseball announcer will be like, 2 balls down, 3 men on. It's looking real bad for the Dodgers. His wife left him last June, and that's another out. She would like
Yeah.
throw in these little tidbits about life that and she's like, and that's when I got divorced the 3rd time, and you're like, oh shit, but it had nothing to do.
No, but that's
She's
what was
wild.
so fantastic about it. Is
Yeah.
that you get these beautiful little tidbits about her life, and I love people like that because it's never a boring moment.
No,
You know
she's
what I
not
mean?
boring. She's
No.
very fun. The movie was super fun. I had some really good times. I had just a couple little baby scenes, but
With Christine Taylor too, who's
Christine Taylor played my
lovely.
wife, who is
Oh my god.
incredibly funny and super super game. She was so down for anything because I had to play this like douchebag bro like new money guy, like a
Yeah.
guy who just got rich.
Who had his own CrossFit gym? or something
CrossFit gym
like that?
in
Yeah.
Orange County. Yeah. You know this guy. He's real.
Never met him.
He's real. And Bryson or whatever his name is. And Christine played my overly plastic surgery faced wife.
Yeah,
What is there a word for
Botox,
that? Botox.
like
That's what it is.
Plastic face. I don't
Plastic
know.
face?
Botox face, I guess.
Botox face?
She couldn't. She was like everything was numb in her face.
Yeah, she couldn't move
Whatever
it.
that is.
Let me be honest.
Yeah.
I've known you.
Yeah.
As an actress in Hollywood that you've
Yeah.
been for, seriously, tell me, 15, 20? I don't even
15.
know.
Yeah.
15
I'd say
years?
About 15 years. Yeah.
You've never fucked up your face.
I haven't fucked it up. I tried Botox once
Yeah.
while I was going through divorce.
Yeah.
I went in. I was doing a TV show. Everything came back because it goes away after like 3 months.
What do you mean? It dissipates or something?
Yeah, so I did it in my foreheads to like. I went to it was one of those. So I was doing a show, Trophy Wife.
Yes.
My son was just a few months old. I was going through a divorce, and I went into this woman to get my eyelashes dyed because I'm blonde. I'm
Yeah.
like a real blonde.
Yeah.
And so everything's blonde. So I was like, I don't want to look like Santa Claus with, blonde eyebrows and eyelashes. So I get them tinted.
Right.
And as I was laying there, she goes, "Oh, you're a perfect age now. I mean, we should just do a little Botox
Dick.
in your forehead."
This is so fucked up that
and
people
I was
do
so
that.
vulnerable at the time, and also just curious. I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right." And I did it, and I said, "But I'm just worried because I'm doing a comedy right now, and I need to like use my face and expressions." Yeah. She goes, "Don't worry, we'll just do a little bit. It'll be great." I could not move. And by the way, I don't know if it was done badly, but my forehead, everything drops, and my eyelids got droopy.
Oh, I've seen that before.
It's terrible.
It's sad.
So it's I'm not ever doing it again.
Yeah.
Or at least not now.
Everybody looks like a tired Alaskan when they get their eyelids done. It's like,
Yeah, I guess if you do it wrong, some people are like, no, you just went to the wrong person. I was like, okay, well, cool.
how come I've seen so many people go to the wrong person then?
Same.
I've seen so many women in LA where I'm like, why do so much to your face? I get people want to do things for cosmetic purposes. I'm okay with that, but like,
Sure,
why
same.
try to reconfigure the whole thing?
The one person I think has done it so right is Jane Fonda. Have
Oh
you seen
yeah,
Jane
I've seen her.
Fonda?
Yeah.
Whatever that woman has done,
I think it's a
phenomenal.
lucky combination of also some people are going to get not worse looking with age and not better looking, but like going to continue to have like a nice face as they get older.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
some
I
people
get
are
it.
lucky enough to just have a nice face kept. And then some people you see when they were young, you're like handsome or pretty. And then they're much older and you're like, it's not even the same human.
No.
It's like the face morphed. So she's probably lucky that she was already going to have a pretty face.
Well,
and then
yeah.
as she gets older, it kind of stayed. No, but some people
No,
had pretty
you're
faces
true.
when they were young and you're like, oh.
But also, we're talking Jane Fonda here. Like, she is. I mean, she has danced her whole life, and they say you are what you eat. I'm sure she eats beautiful. Like it's
Babies.
like
Babies.
of course.
I know
she
what goes
eats
on in
babies. Yeah,
Hollywood,
yeah,
dude.
of
She
course.
eats babies.
Don't you? We all do.
I can't afford them yet. This podcast is
I'll
not really
send you
killing.
one. I'll send
me
you
a baby,
one. Yeah,
please.
Yeah, I'll order one from the pizza parlor.
Oh yeah. From the Clintons.
The extra cheese.
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Wink, wink. Okay, do you guys take Apple Pay for the babies from the pizza parlor? No, I think it's funny when some people do that, but that's one thing that I find really separates certain kinds of people in Hollywood. Look, we have friends that do a lot of stuff, like women that get so many surgeries done,
Sure.
and I get it. But I also think it's cool to not do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and listen, I honestly think like whatever makes you happy,
Yeah.
whatever makes you walk out that door and feel confident about yourself, go for it. And
Sure.
and happy, truly from the inside, not just, pleasing other people. I would never be one to judge, but
you do.
But I
you do.
judge on behind closed doors. I'm very judgmental.
When I'm in my car, I say that thing that you can't hear.
I say so much in my
Yeah.
car. But I do. It's interesting because talking to directors, they just say women of a certain age. It's so hard to find women who look their age these days.
Right, because everybody wants
Because
to be
everyone,
young.
and I think about that, and I think of the longevity of my career, and I just want to be able to. I think it's so beautiful to watch women age, and that's easily said. When you see there's these beautiful women who are aging, not
Mm-hmm.
everyone ages the same way. But I also have heard that children who take cues from your facial expressions are not learning emotions properly because people are so Botoxed.
Whoa, that's so weird.
So that's really something to think about as a mother, for instance. If you can't move your face, your child is taking cues off of you, and they're not going to be learning those cues.
Mommy's happy.
Yeah.
Mommy looks the same all the time. That's so creepy. I've never even thought about that. But yeah, that's so true. Especially
I read a study on
really
that.
young developmental stages for them. That must be very strange.
Yeah.
So like every kid is going to be autistic now because they won't be able to read emotion.
Just without emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird
Isn't
and
that
gross.
crazy when you think about it that way?
Yeah.
So that kind of stops me as well.
From doing all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also have that.
I
So
wouldn't.
you're born in Iceland.
Nope.
Try
again.
You're born in Reykjavik, Iceland,
Wow, we really are.
on a boat
Yeah.
at sea.
Fisherman's
No,
boat.
you're Swedish.
Hunting
I know.
bows.
No, you're a Swede. I know you're a Swede. I just wanted to make fun of you a little bit.
I know.
So you were born in Sweden and you moved here when you were.
Well, I moved to Canada when I was 2.
Yeah, but that's the North America.
Okay, fine. I moved to North America when I was 2.
And then you moved to the United States when you were 4 or 5.
Yeah.
5?
No.
How old were you?
I was 24.
Really?
Yeah.
You lived that long in Canada?
Yeah, 22 years.
Wow.
And I've been out here I'm like 75. I've
I
been
was
out
gonna
here
say,
a
I
long
know you were old.
time. Yeah.
But that's the reason you don't have to mess with your face, because you have that Swedish blood. You have that Swede thing. I've never seen an ugly person from Sweden.
That's very nice.
No, that's a fact. Is there ugly people up there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you got to go to Sweden.
But there's no fatties.
There are now.
Because
Yeah.
of Western
Well,
influence.
Because
of us.
McDonald's is there.
Yeah,
and,
because of
yeah.
us. Without us, it wouldn't have happened.
You never know.
Swedes probably would have never. I would bet if you look at the history books of big people, Swedes were tall. There's a lot of tall
Yeah.
Swedes,
Big,
but never
barbaric,
but
sort
never
of.
thick-canned.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. They're big
Let's go through
There's
it. The
big
diet.
drinkers.
Yeah, but so what? But the diet is always
Yeah, sure.
fish,
It's
seafood.
fish and meat. It's like pretty standard, but
Yeah.
it was pretty good. I think about that with Italy too before, and then Starbucks came into Italy, and you're like, what are we doing? What are
Yeah.
you guys doing? You have the best coffee ever in Italy, and you're bringing Starbucks in?
Yeah, but you know what?
Why?
You know who drinks it there?
You.
No, Italians.
I know.
That's the irony.
I
It's
know.
like they'll still
It's
go to
so
Starbucks.
sad.
We don't go to Starbucks when we
No.
go there because we're like, I'm in Italy, and you think it's fun. But the locals are like, I'm just
Is
going to
that
get a
how
latte.
you speak when you get?
I'm in
when you're like-
Italy. Hi, ciao. It's always way up.
They're like, oh, fucking Americans.
Where is the train? And they sound like me. They're like, this fucking asshole.
Totally.
Shut up.
We speak American. We've been watching television, you know?
Yeah, they do. They do, though. A lot of people do.
I know.
Except if you go to very remote parts of Europe and they mock you incessantly because you're American and they talk about you, and then you're like, "Can I have this?" And they're like, "Yes, you can have that."
You mean the pizza?
Yeah, and they sound like us, and you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were local. No, but the Swedes are a particularly wonderful people.
They're a lovely group of people.
They're a wonderful group of people. They're very nice, and I think they're all quite good looking. They don't. It's kind of like how like a lot of Russian women always have nice skin.
Huh.
Like Eastern European women are always kind of pretty.
I haven't really studied their pretty.
Really?
I haven't studied their skin. I think they're beautiful women. I haven't gotten up close and personal. with a
Melania
lot of-
Trump, Ivanka Trump. Look at all the Russian robots
Look
in
at
the White House, dude. They're all cute. Anyway,
They're all
I
natural too.
they are. There's nothing phony there.
No.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
No.
Actually, not to get into politics at all, but I know you called me and you said when we were doing this, I said, you want to get together? You said, yes, I'm just casting my ballot for Kanye. So you voted for Kanye. You want him as president? That's huge.
100%. You know,
Wow.
I want to go to his church.
Oh, right.
Sing, yeah.
You want to go to Gospel Sundays or
Gospel
whatever.
Sundays. I
For-
think it'll
for-
bring the country together.
For people that don't know what this is, I'm sure a lot of people are culturally aware, but he does like a Sunday service show in like the West Hills of LA.
Yeah,
He's somewhere
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Calabasas,
It would be
it's out there.
so fun to go.
I know. I
Just
kind of
check it
do
out.
want to go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to support his mental health problem.
know.
Yeah.
Me
So that's
neither.
the divide.
Yeah.
Is like
I don't think.
enjoy it, but I'm feeding into his ego chaos.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let that one be, except for voting for him.
No,
of
you
course.
want him
But
to be
yeah,
president.
but yeah,
I do
other
know.
than that, it was so interesting though because this was my first time voting as an American citizen.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I just became an American citizen last year, and so it was my first presidential vote, first time voting ever. Because I lived in Canada, I was an immigrant there, and now I was an immigrant here. So finally, I got to vote. I was so excited. There are so many different options for president and vice president.
Yeah, they just don't hear
Why
about
do we
him.
only have debates between Democrats and Republicans?
I love you, Malin.
It should be across the board.
I
They
love
should
you,
all
Malin.
stand on that stage and debate. No,
Yes, I completely disagree with the two-party system. I think
That's
it's the biggest crock of
crazy.
shit on planet Earth. It's actually the least democratic version of what's
but
going
we're not.
on.
It's not because they're all on the ballot. So obviously we're not.
Yeah, but it is,
just-
though.
Yeah, I know, but
'Cause our
that's why
government
I
is
was
just-
like, why bother putting everyone else on there because nobody even knows about them.
I know. Well, I learned, so I did my due diligence. I read about all the props and all that stuff,
Yeah.
which I do every
did too.
time.
Yeah.
And every time I go, oh, it's such like a pain because it really is a pain to like really know what it means because they sneak shit in.
Yeah.
Like they do stuff where
It's
they're like,
so bad. You're going, wait, so should I say yes or no? Because it feels
it's
like
unfair. They trick you. They'll go like, shorter time for people in prison who have nonviolent crimes like marijuana sales. And you're like, yeah, I don't think you should serve a long time. I don't think you should go to
Yeah.
jail for that. And then underneath they're like, also, if you punch an old lady in the teeth, it's okay. And you're like, what the fuck? How did you sneak
It's like-
that in there?
It's like those commercials for medication, and then
Yeah.
it's all the like side effects.
That's what
That's
it is.
what those
it
props are.
layers it in. You're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Why is
Yeah.
that attached to this thing? I don't like it. I think it's trickery and it's gobbledygook and mickety mush,
Yeah.
and it makes me angry.
But I'm glad that you do your due diligence. And
I
you at least
did.
do your research, and I think that's so important. That I was so.
But I think nobody
studious.
does.
And that's unfortunate because we have such an opportunity. Like
Yeah.
of course, I'm like an eager new student because it's my first time.
Oh yeah.
So I
You'll
was
get over it.
studying everything. I know.
At the second election, you're like, whatever. No, yes, no.
Just kind of throw it to the wind.
Did you look up the other people that were running for president? Genuinely, you did. Did you like research who they were? And
I
stuff?
didn't research because I knew there's none of them are going to go anywhere. But I looked them
Yeah.
up just to kind of see. I was shocked when I saw that Kanye was up for vice president. I just went, oh my god, this is
Isn't there a
real.
Swedish woman that's running?
Is
Jo
there?
Jorgensen? Isn't she Swedish?
She could be. She could be Norwegian.
Oh God, hold on, because I saw the name on there.
Yeah.
She's
It could be any skin. It could also be Danish. Check it out.
Yeah, do we trust who she? Well, first of all, she's from the United States. She's from Libertyville, Illinois.
Well, you got to be right to be.
Yeah, but what is she? She was born. It
Or
doesn't
maybe
even
her
say.
ancestors.
It doesn't even say.
Gotta send her a little ancestry.com.
But Jo Jorgensen, doesn't that sound like a
Yeah.
Nordic name?
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen.
It could be any of the Nordic.
Well, yeah, like right, like the
places.
strongest, one of the strongest women in the world is oh shit, this is always blows my mind. This is Icelandic though.
Yeah.
But it's something's daughter. Like the last name always ends in
Oh,
daughter.
it's all daughter. Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing.
Magnus daughter.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like,
two of them. Daniel's daughter.
Yep.
But it's daughter Dotter, which is
Yeah.
really cute to me.
Dotter.
Dotter.
Magnus dotter.
Matters dotter. Whenever you used to speak, so you would talk when we were in Vegas. You
Yeah.
would teach your son. You were teaching him Swedish. You would say stuff, but
He
then
doesn't
you did
remember
the.
anything
He doesn't know any of it.
He knows a few words.
'Cause you would
he knows
speak
how to
pretty
say
often.
penis in Swedish.
Yeah.
Because I always say clean your penis in Swedish. So
What? How do you say clean your penis?
Tvätta snoppen.
Svette snoppa.
Tvätta snoppen.
Tvätta snoppen.
Yeah. Wash
Wait,
your penis.
Noppen is penis.
Snoppen.
Snoppen.
If that's the penis. So if you say snop, that's just penis.
Snop.
Snoppidop.
Snop. So clean your penis.
Yeah.
Tvätta.
He knows how to say I love you.
What's I love you?
Jag älskar dig.
Yeah. What?
Jag älskar dig.
Jag älskar dig.
It
How
always makes
hard?
me laugh when other people try to speak Swedish because it's so. It feels like the Swedish Chef when other people speak it.
Well,
It just-
because that's how we have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
It's such a weird sing-songy language that is not sexy, but it's kind of funny and cute when kids speak it. But then when grown-ups speak it, you go, right, it's the Swedish Chef.
Well, that's
the
how
Muppet
else do
language.
we know? That's how Americans are. Well, that's say I love you again one more time.
Jag älskar dig.
Jag älskar dig.
Not bad.
Think about like in a love scene in a porno.
It's not good.
That's what I'm saying. You can't
It's
have
not
that. That's why
good.
American
No.
porn wins.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I would say Italian or French would be nice too. Je
Yeah.
t'aime.
Yeah.
Ti amo.
Yeah.
Like,
the yum.
I love you is beautiful too. They're
Just
all good
not in
choices.
Swedish.
Just not in Swedish.
Say it
It's
again.
just not. Jag älskar dig.
Jag älskar dig. Jag älskar dig. It's terrible.
I don't think you'd say I love you in a porno anyway. Would
Yes, you do. They all
Oh,
love each
oh,
other. That's
okay.
why they have sex, Mom. They can't have sex
Right.
if they're not in
Right
love.
before they get cum in the face.
That's right. That's the preemptive. Jag älskar dig. That's how it works. Can't have sex if you're not in love.
Oh, right.
No, yeah,
I'm
it's not
sorry.
it's not a pretty language, but your son was learning it, and I liked hearing you talk to him in Swedish. And I thought, I wonder if that stuff lands because they say that when kids learn dual languages when they're that young, usually it sticks. But you don't talk to him anymore.
It's in there, and he understands a lot of the stuff that I say, and that's why I have to be careful when I am speaking with my family because there are certain things that he'll pick up on. But I dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
It's always hard if you don't have someone else. You know, I'm married to a Brit. He doesn't speak Swedish, so I'm
What does he speak? What do they speak? The Brits?
Britannish.
Yeah, Britannish, right?
Britannish, yeah.
Goofball language.
It's also a fake language.
He's the best. Your husband is a beautiful curly-haired,
Yep.
sweet
Goofball.
British man, a sweet goofball.
Yeah.
Like a very great bod. By the way, he shows off his bod in the movie that we did together. He
does.
gets naked a few times. I feel like he's
does,
shirtless
yeah.
in most of the film.
He worked out hard for that film.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was he
really
doing?
did. Oh, don't even get me started. All he does all day long is listen to Joe Rogan and find different workouts. This is just his life. And
Yeah.
anything UFC. That's his actual life.
So he'll copy what he loves doing. Like, does he do jujitsu and all that stuff, or no?
He used to do jujitsu.
Yeah.
Now he's training with someone boxing, maybe, or
I
something.
love that. Who cares? What-
Kickboxing.
you don't know. It doesn't.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Don't pretend.
Because every week it changes.
Oh,
There's
really?
like kettlebell workouts, and then
Yeah.
there's some other guy he found on the internet that maybe Joe Rogan has spoken to on his podcast, or
Yeah.
some UFC guy that he's at. Like, it's just so I don't pay attention anymore.
Good for
Yeah.
you. Joe was trying to get Kanye West on his podcast, or they were trying to organize it, but
That would be an interesting. That would
yeah,
be interesting.
interesting's probably the word. I don't know. It's hard. I think a guy like that.
No kidding.
I think a guy like Kanye, you have to let fly free. But I don't know. I haven't worked out in 2 months.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, Malin. Honestly,
Andrew, you're always in great shape.
but
really
I've been
are.
Ditto. Shut up. You work out
I do work
constantly.
out, yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I had to stop because, well, first of all, no gyms existed anymore.
Nope.
And I hadn't I have something in my house now, but it's not as efficient as I want, and I just run at night. But I had to stop running because I got corona.
Oh my God.
Can't
that's
run with
right.
it. Can't run with it. So
A
I had to
12-pack
stop
of
running.
Corona?
I got a 12-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I got a 24.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was heavy.
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
but I couldn't run with it for a while. But I felt like my exercise regimen went down, and I feel like I can't wait to see post-pandy bodies because everyone's going to be out of shape. Most people.
Either that or the opposite. Where we had like a good 2 months
Yeah.
where we both gained a lot of weight and we're not working out, and we were eating nachos and cheese at midnight. Like every night, we were just like, oh fuck it, wine,
So good.
food, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Ordering Shake Shack,
living your life.
living our best lives because
Mm-hmm.
we're like, the world's gonna end anyway. We might die tomorrow, so let's just fucking live it. And then we're like, this is taking longer than we expected.
Yeah.
So let's not do this for the rest of our lives. And then we started working out again
So now
At
you're
home.
back into it.
at home. Yeah,
I need to get really back into it. It's so hard. It really is hard
it's so
because
hard to get motivated.
motivated. Once you
Yeah.
do it, you're fine.
Yeah.
But before that, you're like, leave
And
me
once
alone.
you do it a few times, then you don't want to live without it because then you just don't feel good. And when you don't do
Right.
it,
Right.
So
It
it's just
becomes
getting
a
into
new
it.
addiction.
1 week on, and then you'll be good again.
Did you, when we were living in Vegas, did you really ever gamble? We had one night where we went out and you
Really?
didn't, huh?
No, I'm not a big gambler. I like blackjack sometimes, but I always
Yeah.
get nervous. You know when you sit at a table and then people yell at you if you like hit or stay. You taught me pretty well.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah.
I taught you, but I was like, I wonder if you ever like went
went back.
Yeah, on your own. Did you have a little sneak away? No,
I didn't.
I lost 75 grand.
What?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, Andrew.
65. No, I had one night that I lost a lot of money.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was bad.
I do
That was
remember.
really embarrassing.
What were you playing, blackjack?
Well, I won money on craps, and then no. I won money on blackjack, and then I went over to the craps table.
Yeah,
And I was
craps.
tanked, and I lost
listen
a
to
lot
the
of
name,
money.
Just it's craps. Yeah, I lost a lot of money.
I was like, "What is that? Why did I do
But that's
that?"
all luck, isn't it? Craps, isn't that like
No.
put money on
There's
a pellet?
there's skill.
Oh, okay.
I would say the most luck-based game would be like roulette.
Roulette,
is
yeah.
pure luck. I mean, some people would say there's strategy to it to some degree, but when you're throwing on numbers, no.
Yeah,
Black and
that's-
white, is pretty even divide, right? That's 49-49 or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
but you
you
don't gain a lot of money, do you? If it's
you
just like
can,
50-50?
but it's really hard.
Okay.
It's hard. That's a hard game
We'll
to
have
win.
to go back to Vegas.
Let's go. Mask.
It's open.
They said, put your mask on, let your hair down. That's
Yep.
the ad I got
We
this
drove
morning.
through, actually. We went to Lake Mead.
Oh, Lake Mead's so nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Did you go right during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went because we were like, oh, let's just go out. We tried to rent a houseboat, but they were all booked up.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually drove through Vegas, went back to Caesar's Palace.
Did you?
And everything is like super,
How
kosher.
how desolate does it look?
It's not super desolate, by the way.
Really? It's
Yeah.
busy?
That's why we're like, let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
We'll keep going to Lake Mead, where we were.
People are still
our
smoking through their
destination.
masks.
Everything. I mean, but while I don't remember if you're sitting at the tables, because you can drink at the tables. I think you can take your masks off.
When you can take it, but then you have to put it back on right as you're done?
I
No,
don't know.
no
I
one.
didn't pay that much attention.
Yeah.
But I felt like people walked around with their masks, but when they were sitting places, it wasn't as. It might have been at the bars.
Yeah.
But I walked by the barge.
Oh, you
Cleopatra's
did?
Barge, yep.
Party there pretty hard. We had some fun nights
We
at that
had
Caesar's
some
Palace.
great
I've only
nights.
been one time back there, and this is crazy. You're not even gonna. This is not a real story. That's how phony this sounds. I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Nobu is the sushi restaurant that people know of. That's in Caesar's Palace. They have
Yeah.
their own palace or their own tower, and we had gone there a couple thousand times. I don't know. I went all the time.
Yeah, you loved it.
This is crazy. I was back in Vegas doing something. I don't know why I was there. A gig. I think I was
Gambling.
gigging. And I swear to God on my life, I was like, I think I'm getting Nobu out by myself because the guy I was with was out with friends. And I was like, no, I'll just go eat by myself. I go in there. I swear on my life, the guy at the bar goes, hey, you're back.
No.
I swear to God on my life. And I was like,
God.
I was here that
was
much
so
that you
long
remember from that long ago. I was like, I'm back. I'm not, no. And then he goes, what do you mean? It's good to see you. And like, he kind of thought I was being rude.
God.
And I was like, no. I just, do you really remember me? Or am I a familiar face to you? And he was like,
Oh, you pulled the celebrity card.
no.
Yes, you did.
No, I was like, there's no
You're
way
like,
he
I'm
remembers
actually
me.
I have my own podcast.
I was like, I'm from Whiskey Dinner. Maybe you heard about it, you asshole. Get me the fish.
It's like, no, I remember you from Sin City Saints.
No, I was like, how
That's
do you... But he was
crazy.
like, yeah, what do you mean? You used to come in all the time. And I was like, oh my God, how
You
crazy.
did used to go a lot.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah.
Well, they would give me per diems and stuff,
Yeah.
and I would go right to Nobu and have sushi because when people know, if you've ever lived in any hotel for a certain amount of time, the food is miserably sad.
Yeah.
Room service is not good. It gets really sad.
It's fun for the first week, and
Yeah,
then
sure.
it starts to get
After
real
that,
sad.
you're depressed. You're like, this is not good.
Yeah.
It's not good for me. It doesn't even taste that good. It's kind of like, so then all the restaurants in there become monotonous too. It's like
But
burger
Nobu
joint,
is really
taco
fresh.
joint.
But
yeah,
you were,
Nobu.
and you're quite memorable, So I'm
Yeah,
sure
they know
you-
me.
Yeah.
Well, because I break a glass every time.
for interesting reasons.
I'm here.
And also, it wasn't at Nobu, but it was at another bar where you mooned the whole crew. Do you remember that?
I did.
Yeah, at our rap party. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was at an Irish pub.
And what was his name? Was it Kyle? Oh my gosh. One of the young boys who was in our cast, Keith.
Oh, Keith
Do you remember
Powers,
you
yeah.
mooned him in the van? Mm-hmm. And his reaction was
He's never seen a white guy's tush before.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe your ass hair was red.
He's like, yo, your booty hair is red. he couldn't believe it.
We laughed for so long.
So, yeah, he
That
had never
was
seen.
hilarious.
And I get that. Most people get in shock when they see red booty hair, but particularly Keith, he couldn't really get over it.
It was amazing.
He's gone on to be he's done
He's doing
successful
really well.
stuff. Yeah,
I'm so happy for him.
he's
He's
done
such
like
a sweet kid.
He's done very well.
Yeah.
Everyone's done very well. I'm getting there.
You've always done well.
I'm getting there,
Santino. You've
Mom.
always done well.
Malin, can you
Everyone
tell
loves
me
you.
genuinely, even though you were not going to answer this genuinely because you can't, what's the worst project you've ever done?
Sin City Saints. No, I'm joking.
Yep.
It actually isn't. That was one of my favorite. I had so
I had
much
fun.
fun with our cast. I had a blast.
So you can't tell me what's the worst thing you've done? Not saying that not saying like screw the show or screw the people, but like you didn't like your performance and you didn't like the thing.
Most things I don't like my performance.
I was going to tell you, most things that you've done I hate too. So yeah. No, come on, tell me. What's the thing where you're like...
it's so hard to say. There's
What do you how about what are you the most proud of?
the most proud of? I loved Final Girls.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Because you don't ever
I'm not the
anything
demo.
that I do.
I'm
No,
not the demo.
You are the demo.
I've seen so many other things you've done.
Like what?
Comeback Kid.
Nope, never did that.
That was you.
The comeback, not Comeback Kid.
A comeback. What's the difference? I'm off by a word.
I loved the comeback. I loved Heartbreak Kid. You mix those two together.
That's what
I'm
it
just
is.
Helping
With
you out.
Stiller.
Yeah, that one I loved.
Heartbreak
doing.
Kid, and then you did the comeback.
Yeah.
So I'm not that far off.
No, I think there is a movie called The Comeback Kid.
Is there really?
I think so.
You did it with Benjamin Stiller.
Got to pee on his back.
That's his
I'll
full
never
name.
forget that moment when they
pissing
were
on his back?
gluing on a merkin.
Yeah.
And this was my first movie I've ever done in Hollywood. And literally the costume lady comes into my trailer. She's like, all right, it's time to glue on your merkin. I didn't even know what a merkin was, by the way. I was like, okay. She goes, pull down your pants. It's like, oh God. And on it went, like literally glued it on.
With a pouch of...
No, then they had a hole where the tube went.
Yeah.
So it went between my butt cheeks,
Right.
down into down in between the merkin,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went off to the side, and someone had a pump, and they, as soon as I got on top of Ben Stiller, they start pumping
The piss pump guys,
piss
what a
pump.
funny gig. They're like,
Cue the piss.
he's like, Mike, kill the piss.
Oh
kill
my
the piss.
God, it was insane.
People don't know how funny to coordinate those kind of scenes are. It almost like from an outside perspective, if you saw the shooting of it, it wouldn't be funny at all. It'd be kind of like monotonous, and it's
Yeah.
like someone has to get something right, and the other guy has to set up, and they're like, the thing broke, and
It's
like
another
something
day
always
at
happens.
work. It's just like one
Yeah.
of those things. But you tell people this, and they're like, "Oh my God, how did it?" You're
How
like,
funny.
"Yeah,
You're like-
it's not funny on the day."
No.
Everyone's just trying to get the shot, and then you don't get the shot. All right, we didn't get the pee. We didn't see a clear shot of the pee. Like, let's do it again. And
Right.
everyone's pissed off. Not a lot of laughs.
We didn't get the pee. What do you mean? I didn't get it. We'll get it. And there's a fight that breaks out about it. It is really funny. Those kind of things. So many times of funny scenes of things that I've shot on the day, I thought it was terrible because it took so much to get the funny that you're like,
Yeah.
at the end, you're like, that's not funny.
wasn't-
It's not going to be funny.
But speaking of funny on set, when we were doing Friendsgiving and you did the hemorrhoid scene, do you remember that scene?
What at the dinner table?
We were in the kitchen. It's a kitchen scene, and we're
Oh.
like getting all the food ready.
Yes.
And you and Chelsea Peretti are next to each other.
Yeah.
And you had this bit about hemorrhoids, and it is so fun. It's still in there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and there's
Oh, wow.
bloopers afterwards. At the end of the film, you got to watch it all the way through. At the end of the
Okay.
film, there's some of the bloopers, and it's one of the bloopers is when it was so funny that even the camera guy started laughing. Do you remember that?
No.
It was great.
See, that's what I love seeing it, what got left in. Because, you do 1,000 takes. I don't remember I'm sure I had a hemorrhoids bit. Sounds like
was
me.
So good.
Sounds
Yeah.
like my bit.
Yeah, it was your best bit.
And then Dion Cole, who is, people already know
Hilarious.
if you don't already. He's tremendously funny and talented. Dion was so overworked because he was doing Blackish
flying in
and he was doing something
Stand-up
else.
shows, a
Stand-up.
bunch of stand-up. And
Yeah, so he was in the middle of shooting Blackish and doing stand-up on tour and shooting the movie.
Yeah.
So he was exhausted.
I mean, he would sleep on the plane for 3 hours and then
Right.
come to work, straight to work.
And he was honest about it. He's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm tired." And I was like, "You're fine, bro. Just chug a cup of coffee. We have like an hour left in this thing." And he would fall asleep constantly.
In the middle of a scene?
In the middle of a
Yeah.
scene. I've never seen someone asleep more. But I felt bad because I was like,
I
it's not
know.
like,
Bless him.
oh, he's irresponsible. It's like a dude, he's just straight overworked.
No,
You
and
could
then when
tell
it
he
was
just-
on him, he was brilliant.
Yeah, he'd be
he'd
like-
just snap right into it. But it was so funny.
I have about 16 pictures on my phone of Dion sleeping. I'm not kidding. That I just would keep
I
taking
just
of him.
posted on my Instagram actually like a few pictures from Friendsgiving, and
Oh, you
one of
did?
them is you and Dion in the background sleeping.
Oh yeah, I had to take a nap too.
Yeah.
But
No, you weren't sleeping.
Oh, okay.
You
I was like,
you took the picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, there were some times on the set where I had to take a nap. There were long days.
Yeah. It's an 18-day shoot.
Yeah, you had
We
to
had
pack
to get a
it
whole
in.
movie in
Pack
18
it in.
days,
You got to pack it in.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best brand for my balls? It's Manscaped.
That's my little ghoulish tune for Manscaped. Guys, are you still using scissors or whatever's laying around the crib to trim up your nuts? Stop doing that, dude. Cut it out. Also, hair grows from all other extremities, so you need to clean up your whole body, not just your basement. The lawnmower is the best. That's what I use. Waterproof, got the light on there so you can check out all the crevasses. But now you need to get yourself a nose trimmer and an ear hair trimmer because that stuff gets too long and ain't nobody like it, all right? Your hair's not supposed to be growing out your nose and your ear like that. You need to take care of it. Manscaped has the Performance Package. It's the ultimate men's hygiene bundle, and now it includes that Weed Whacker. The Whacker's going to clear out all that ear and nose and all that nasty hair that you got lounging around, keeping you stuffed up. 9,000 RPM motor, vroom, vroom, 360-degree rotate dual blade system, baby. It's got that skin-safe technology, which I love because it doesn't pull or tug or snap. That's my favorite. No nicks, no cuts. All right? The bundle includes the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer, the best trimmer on the planet for your balls, which is what I use. It also includes a Manscaped boxers and a travel bag. If you don't use Manscaped, you don't know what you're missing out. You got to get your nuts together. Get your smoothness in order. You wouldn't leave your place sloppy when you're having someone come over for a little late night snack, all right? Clean up your life at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code WHISKEY at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use that promo code WHISKEY. What are you waiting for? Go whack your weeds, my friends. Manscaped.com. Use that promo code WHISKEY.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Malin, now that
Yes.
you're as successful as you are, and I want people to know this, you've donated 96% of your wealth to charity.
Yes, I have.
Almost all of it.
Yes.
And that's a good
The
thing.
Whiskey Ginger's charity.
To me.
Yeah, to you.
Because I could use it. Actually, you need some of the money. Malin showed me her car on the way in.
Yeah.
Her car seat.
My car,
Your car seat looks
the butt
like
part,
you farted so bad the
it
fucking leather
exploded.
came apart.
Yeah.
How did the seat rip like that? That's like a
I
3-year-old
don't-
car.
Do you want to know something? It was just like a little tiny. No, it's not. It's like it's from 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that old.
It's my little family car.
Yeah.
But it literally over time, of course, it just goes. And then I got a British husband. I blame him for a lot of it.
Oh, the Brits, they do that stuff to
They
cars.
do weird things to cars.
Yeah.
But he went and got it detailed for me, like as a nice thing.
Very sweet.
But the guys who detailed the car ripped it even more. Like it came back and it was just shot to pieces.
What detail shop did you go to?
I'm not even gonna.
It's just like a mobile gas station. Yeah, no, you should. We should plummet their business.
Don't know where.
Get on Yelp. Danny's Detail in
Yeah.
Pacoima. Well, it's a sweet thing. It's a sweet thing to go get the car detail for the wife.
Yeah.
But I will say, women's cars, yes, I'm being sexist, are always disgusting inside.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
Almost
they're not.
every woman I've ever dated or been friends with has a dirty car on the inside.
Okay, wait. Before I had kids,
Mm-hmm.
I was meticulous with my car.
And then,
When you have kids,
kid,
you don't
singular,
give a
not
fuck.
plural.
I'm just saying in general, when people have kids,
Yeah.
because women do most of the fucking work, and we drive our kids everywhere.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
If you're gonna be sexist, I'm gonna be sexist.
You do most of the work.
No,
First of
you
all,
know
you
what?
let
It's
your-
just
you-
because I was a single mom for a few years, but I think now it's pretty even. But when you have a family car, it's gonna be dirty. There's no point in cleaning it every day because there's shit everywhere.
I'm a neat freak. And when I do have a kid, it's going to go in the
I
trunk.
cannot wait.
It's going to go in the trunk. Stay.
I cannot wait to see
Sit.
your car when you have a kid.
Don't you need to put treats in a little bone for them? And then you just put it in the trunk and they get up there.
You're gonna be a great dad.
My dog is
I'm
going to get in
call
the front
social
seat.
services on you.
My dog in the front seat and my kid in the back. Dad, shut up! Shut up!
in the cage, in the
Yeah.
dog cage.
Dad?
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, I got a little pup.
Oh,
I know, and you just got a new pup.
I did get it.
I have she's almost 3 now. Wait, yeah, she's almost 3. And you've got a brand new. She's a dirty street LA mutt. So what they told us, we did the
Thank
DNA
you.
thing,
Yeah,
but they were like, these are only so accurate.
yeah.
Because so she's Cocker Spaniel, Terrier, Poodle, and
So everything.
she's
basically.
a slut mutt. She's an everything and nothing.
slut mutt.
She's
I
an
love that.
LA dog that was a friend of a friend had gone to get this furniture made downtown LA, And the guy who owned the shop was like, a dog gave birth in my garage. And
random dog?
A dog had wandered in the garage at night because the gate was left open.
Oh.
And she gave birth to these puppies, and then she left the puppies, which means she went to die. They say that they leave them before 6 weeks if they're sick and they're going to die.
That's terrible.
Yeah, the mom's dead.
This
So
is a
thanks for bringing it
terrible
up.
story.
Well, Malin, thanks for bringing it up. No, but the good news is all the puppies got adopted.
Of course, puppies get adopted.
And we got the runt of the litter. And my friend of a friend, she had gotten the dog and posted on Instagram. She's like, I have too many animals at the crib. I just wanted to take this off this guy's hands. Does anybody want the dog? And then
oh my God.
I said, come to my house.
So easy.
I'm shooting, but I'll see you at the house tonight. And we'll have a drink and bring that pup just for fun. And then I was like, we got to sleep on it.
Oh, you actually slept on it?
No.
You took it right away.
I was like, leave the dog.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what we said. We were just going to start fostering dogs.
Yeah.
Just so that my son would have
Animals around.
Animals because he's been bugging us for a dog.
Yeah.
I was actually away shooting in Boston last summer. And
What were you shooting?
I was shooting the sleepover. Yeah.
Oh.
That just came out.
It's out.
Ago. Yep. That you didn't see.
Yes, I did actually. Yes, I did. Yes,
Did
I
you
did.
really?
Yeah, it was you and my buddy,
Marino.
Ken Marino.
Yeah, I love Ken Marino so
playing
much.
parents of kids who are getting up to no good.
They're actually trying to save us.
Right. I did see the movie.
I'm just joking.
I
That's
did
great.
see the
Oh,
movie.
cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Netflix.
watching. Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
But
it was Netflix.
it was good.
It's a fun family film.
Yeah. Well, you and Ken are very funny. So
Oh, I love Ken. I've
Is
known
that
him
weird?
for so long.
is that weird playing? Right, because you guys met on
we did
Children's.
Hospital for 6 years together.
I did one
So-
episode and you weren't there that day.
I know. I remember that.
I did one episode and you weren't there.
know.
And you know who I did that episode of Children's Hospital with?
Who?
Brian Doyle Murray, Bill Murray's brother.
Oh my God.
You know how many people? A lot of people that are younger, I guess, that might be fans, might not know, but you've seen Brian Doyle Murray. Whether or not you know it's Bill Murray's brother is because he looks nothing like him. He co-wrote Caddyshack and was the
Right.
he was the caddy headmaster in Caddyshack, who breaks up the fight between De Nunez and those. He's got this stocky deep voice. But we did that scene
Perfect for
together,
comedy.
and I was so nervous because I really admire him.
Oh, I love that.
And I was in the room in our little like bullshit waiting rooms, you know, like
which is an old hospital room.
yeah, it's an old hospital room,
Yeah.
and you're just sitting there, kind of like creeped out, nervous, waiting to go in. And he walked by a few times, and I just didn't want to bother him, but I had a Cubs hat on before I was changing, and he goes, "You a Cubs guy?" And I was like, Perfect. I know. I knew it was a good break.
Perfect in, yeah.
And I was like, I am. And he's like, great. I love Chicago. And then he starts going into this. And then we started talking. And that made the $300 check worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't pay much.
No.
Not
I
at all.
owed them money. They called. They were like, you owe us
After
$6,000. I was
taxes?
like, what the fuck?
all right. It was
That's how you met Ken
good
doing
cause.
that, huh?
Children's
On
Hospital.
Children's.
Yeah, that's how we met Ken. Great cast on that. too.
show is so
Henry
funny.
Winkler, Megan Mullally.
Oh my God,
Rob
that's right.
Corddry, Rob
Yeah,
Hubel,
Corddry and Hubel.
Aaron Hayes, Lake Belt. Like, it was just a brilliant, funny cast.
So many times there's shows like that where you're like, how many fucking funny, cool people were on a show? Party Down had kind of the
Party
same
Down,
thing.
yeah.
You're like, how many
Oh.
funny, amazing, talented people were
Great
on one show?
Yeah.
That is really
It's all those
strange.
little hidden gems.
Well, and they're always kind of indie shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't really ever do that on big TV. It never really works for some reason.
I think now it's starting to come to big TV. Like, I think
Trying.
now, the spinoff of Children's Hospital, Medical Police, is on Hulu now.
Right.
So it's starting to like,
But
I
still
think people
indie,
are getting
right?
a bit quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just hard for like big network to get involved with that kind of stuff because
Yeah,
it's really
network's not
risky
gonna
for
do
them.
it.
No. But even cable at some point does mimic network sometimes where you're like,
Sure.
I thought this is a fucking risky cable
Yeah.
network. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, they're still playing their cards. Like this FX show, I will give them credit. FX lets them do us, me and as well. Whatever the fuck we want. I don't think
That's so great.
they've never given any, like, you guys can't say that or talk about that stuff.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, it's
Given
really
that
really
creative
cool
space.
because you're worried that you're like, oh, we're gonna make something a fun joke, and they're gonna be like, this is insensitive.
Yeah. Which, rightfully so, go for it. But I remember doing Trophy Wife on ABC.
Mm-hmm,
and I
the
remember
mouse.
having that's right.
The work for the mouse.
The ABC mouse. And I remember having meetings because I was producing on that show as well, and we'd have meetings with a guy who came in to talk about lewd language, and he said you can only say 2 fucks and you can only say 1 shit and you can only say, like, there was a certain amount
Right.
per episode that you were allowed to say.
2 fucks and a shit.
2 fucks and a shit. You give 2 fucks and a shit.
Could that be the name of the show? 2 fucks and a shit.
That's a great name for
Welcome
a show.
back to 2 fucks and a shit. Are you sure it's
We
not
should
2 shits and a fuck? I feel like fuck should be less than shits.
Really?
Yeah, because isn't fuck more vulgar than shit?
Yeah. Oh, I see. In that way. But I just thought in a day, what do you do? Like 1 shit and 2 fucks.
I guess.
You could do it either way. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle.
But you say way worse words than that. I mean, the stuff that you text me is, oh my
There's
God.
nothing. What's worse than fuck?
You say racial epithets to me. It's disgusting. The language you use is insane.
I know. It's just
So
who
what?
I
You had a
am.
meeting about that, and then
Yeah, and that was it. And that was sort of like they set the. And then he's like, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd season you can have 3 fucks in the season, or like literally these were the
to
conversations.
write a letter for another
It
fuck.
was such a funny conversation. I
May
just
we
couldn't
have
believe we were
another
having-
fuck, please?
Pretty much.
That's our show is. It's FX, so literally anything goes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. But I did think they were going to censor us a little bit. I'm not going to lie. When I first went into it, I was like, we were doing a scene where we were sitting at a umami burger. Like the guys were all talking about how he's afraid of going down on his girlfriend or whatever, or doesn't know how or whatever. We're trying to like get him into the mood of like be a man and like that's what you got to do. And we went around the table for like 10 minutes.
I remember that scene.
Yeah, and I was like, they'll
Yeah.
never use. I literally,
Yeah.
went, I thought, they'll never use this. And Jeff Schaefer, the EP, was like, he's like, yeah, we might. And I was like, no way, dude. Like this guy's talking about like the drip from the puss to the tush. I was like, there's no way that's gonna get.
I don't think that.
No,
that didn't
that
make it
phrase
in.
didn't get on, but that was very funny, and it was mine, and it should have landed.
Oh my God.
But I was like, there's no way they're gonna let. But they ended up letting most of that kind of stuff
Yeah,
on.
it was
which
a great scene.
I was surprised.
I was surprised too when we watched that. We've only watched the first. I guess that was the pilot, or did we watch 2 episodes maybe?
Oh, there's 10 episodes, bud.
Yeah, I know. We're just
You can
getting
always
started.
watch all of them.
We're gonna get.
You're a
through
busy
them.
bee, I
We're
know.
gonna- It's not even that. It's just that we're watching like Pokemon and shit like that these
Kid
days.
stuff constantly,
Kid stuff.
huh? Give
Yeah.
him a TV.
Yeah, I'm not even watching it with him. But what I'm saying is that by the time he goes to bed at like 8:30, the last thing I want to do is throw on the TV again. When you hear it all day long.
You're already wasted at that
I'm
point.
done. I'm so
You're already
wasted.
baked out of your head, drunk.
High as a kite, wasted.
What are you gonna say when your son is older? And he goes, Mom, did you ever do drugs when you were my age, when he's 15, 16?
I'm gonna
whatever?
be honest about weed,
Yeah.
but nothing else.
You're not gonna mention anything else?
Nope.
He's gonna see this.
No, he's not. I didn't do anything. I only did weed.
No, he's not. I didn't do anything. It's a generational thing that our parents never had to go through. Like my parents could
Yeah.
lie to my face forever until I got older, and now it's like my mom is the most. Now my parents want to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Like my mom wants edibles. Like my aunt.
Great. That's amazing.
Well, I sent home. I sent a lot of stuff home. A good friend of ours, this guy Gino, who has a company called Speedweed, and he gave me a care package because my aunt has cancer, and sent me like this wonderful care package for her. And once that kind of broke the mold of like this stigma for my parents' generation,
Yeah.
I think they were like, oh shit, okay, this is beneficial for people both medical and mental.
Yeah.
Some people just fucking need it and like it.
Yeah.
And I think it changed my mom's perspective. I truly do. Also, one of my mom's best friends who died of cancer was into medical marijuana in the late 80s, early 90s, before it was
Wow.
like even a thing. She was like one of the first medical patients in Illinois. She would get tincture or like a compressed liquid,
Yeah.
THC, and take some. And I think she was embarrassed and hid it. And my mom, was kind of like, like, this is weird that you're like doing drugs, because it was unheard of. But I think that changed my mom's perspective on like,
Yeah.
what helps people,
When you
you know?
see the effects of it, I mean, there was one documentary about a guy, I think he had Parkinson's, and he was so shaky, and then he'd smoke a joint and he would just
calm down.
the Parkinson's would stop completely. And you just go, I mean, I've been mostly a wino my whole life. I love wine. I'm a big fan.
You like wine?
I like wine
Yeah.
and tequila.
Yeah, you do. I hate tequila.
I know, but I love it so much.
So bad.
But it's just not good. Like, and then you feel like shit the next day. And I'm trying to get into weed now.
Yeah.
I'm really, like, I love edibles.
Yeah.
Because that's easy. Because
Nighttime?
You can, what?
Nighttime or daytime? Do you like take it?
Afternoon time.
Like, do you like it to coast down into the evening?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever take them in the middle of the day and have like a day on them?
If it's like a Sunday, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want to, like, most of the time my son might be around, so that's why the edibles are nice, because they don't mess with you so
Do you give
much.
them to
just a
him
little
too?
bit. Of course.
Because it's gummies.
Yummy gummies.
Yeah.
Here's your yummy gummy vitamin.
These are mommy's yummy gummies.
No, but I actually think that weed is so much better than alcohol.
It is better for you.
In the long run, yeah.
Yeah, but alcohol tastes great.
I know.
It makes you feel good.
I know.
Okay.
I know, it's so hard.
And you can dance a lot cooler on booze than you can weed.
Can you?
It's not that you're a better dancer.
No,
it's that
I've seen you on a lot of alcohol.
Excuse
dancing.
me. I am a dancing queen.
Yes,
when I'm
you
lit
are.
up drunk.
Yes, you are, honey.
And I don't dance like that when I'm high on weed. I'm conscious when I'm on weed. If I'm
Oh, are
stoned,
you really?
dancing on weed, I think about it a little bit too much. I'm like, I wonder if I look like an idiot. But when I'm drunk, I'm just like,
interesting.
I look like an idiot, and I don't care. You just don't care when you're wasted.
No, you
That's
don't.
the thing about booze that's like, those social inhibitors are gone. And
Yeah.
weed does the opposite. For most people, you're more conscious. You're more high. I feel like...
I don't know. I just giggle the whole time. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
The, that's
You
the
still
problem.
have
I can't,
that.
Yeah. I can't do it socially because I'm just laughing at everyone all the time.
See, I can easily do it socially and be in the groove, but it's for me, it's such a relaxant. Like, it's such a... I don't get... Like, on booze, I get hyped up.
Yeah.
On
Same.
weed, I can't get that excitement.
It's like a night out with some
With the
tequila
girls.
and wine, and with the girls or the boys. I don't care.
With the boys and the girls?
The boys and the girls.
Whoa.
Yeah, we go across.
You go ham.
the
Have you
aisle.
had a night out since Pandy or no? Have you had a date night?
Do you know what? Yes, I've had date night. We've done like the outdoor dining.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing though.
It's very sad.
The energy isn't there as
Yep.
the way it used to be, of course. And all like the glass barriers and all that kind of stuff. But it's still nice to get out and be served.
Yeah.
It was lovely. And I did have a girls' night out with one of my girlfriends who is sister from another mother who's been part of our little pod the whole time.
Right.
So we went out, we sat on a rooftop downtown, and then we ended up going to another little spot and drinking wine, and they were open till like 2 o'clock outside.
Wow.
Drinking till 2 o'clock, and I was hungover the next day. And
You
I haven't
partied.
done that in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun to just let loose. I mean, let loose at a table, but it was still, I was out with my girlfriend
Like, we
drinking
raged.
lots of alcohol.
We were sitting there
Raging
in the same spot,
hard.
but we raged. Do you feel like it's strange to me because life was so fast before?
Yeah.
I feel like if I had a night of just having a couple of drinks with friends or whatever, the next morning I never felt it because you're up and you're gone and you're going.
Yeah.
But now, even if I had a couple of drinks with a friend now, for some reason, my days are harder because I'm like, there isn't as much get up and go because there's not as much that I have to do on my schedule
Yeah.
now. It feels weird. It's hitting me.
I think that's age, by the way.
Am I getting
Santino.
older?
Yeah, a little bit.
But I
That's
took
age.
this pill to hopefully go
Yeah,
back.
well, what was it, Viagra?
Yeah.
Yeah, different.
Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm happy that I'm getting older because I was very ugly as a kid, and I think I'm like starting to hit my, it's working.
You're a very handsome ginger. You always have been.
And you don't have to say ginger. You could just say guy.
Well, you're a ginger.
You Swedish.
know I love you
Swedish
so
ass.
much.
You know what?
You
But
know I
I
love
do
my
feel
gingers.
better about because you don't know what it's like, Malin. Like you were cute as a kid, you were pretty as a young girl,
I will show
and now you're
you.
pretty as a woman. The rest of us didn't have that luxury.
I am going to show you a picture of myself. I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah.
Of me at my awkward stage. It is fucking awkward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
really
Braces?
is.
Was it you had
Sure,
braces?
I had braces. That wasn't the awkward part. It
What-
was
what
when
was?
teeth were growing out of my fucking
You had
face in
sideways
all different
teeth?
directions, and it was awkward. I was like a little gangly skeleton.
Were you? How tall were you?
I was bullied at 2 different schools and teased a lot.
Stop it.
Swear to God, I had to change schools.
In-
I used to sit in the bathroom of one of the schools because there was a girl who wanted to cut all my hair off, and she got all my friends to turn on me. So I'd go into the girls' bathroom at recess and at lunch, and I'd sit on top of the bathroom, on top of the toilet, with my feet up, and I'd read, "Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret."
Shut up.
Swear to God.
This is like from a movie.
I'm
Wait a
telling
minute.
you.
Why did you get picked on so much?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. How old was this though?
I was 5th grade. So how old are you then? You're
In
like
5th
11?
grade, you're like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why? Because this is in Canada.
This is in Canada.
And what city were you in?
It was Toronto,
you
and
were-
it wasn't a great school.
Yeah.
It was very
Rough, tough, and tumble.
yeah,
huh?
it was pretty rough up and tumble.
Look at you. Did
But
they
it-
mock? Did they mock you because you were just like this?
I don't know. It was this girl who just had it out for me. And when I think back to it now, I mean, she had cut off all her own hair. Like, this is a 10-year-old. And you're going, she probably had it real rough at home.
Yeah, her parents. Yeah.
And, saw me and picked me out of the crowd and was just, that was it. I was her, and everyone was scared of her.
Do you
She was
remember her
tough.
name?
I don't remember her name.
Well, we have her. Come on in, Kayla Johnson. She's still got crazy hair. She's like, hey, Malin, I'm a fan. Yeah,
Freaked out
all the
my
people
attic.
that were damaged and crazy like that when you're young, it didn't work out that well for them. So
No, I wouldn't think so. I think about her every now and then whenever it comes up, like bullying comes up, and
You see her
I don't
face?
think it worked out well. I don't see her face. I just see her crazy hair.
yeah,
Because that was unusual for a girl to chop off her hair in all these different directions at 10
she
years
really
old.
wanted to cut you, huh?
Yeah, she ran around with scissors. She's like, I'm gonna cut your hair off. It's like, oh my god.
Weird thing to do.
Yeah, it was really random and weird, and it was terrible.
Boys are mean, but girls are like treacherous. Like boys are mean,
The
right?
psychological warfare between
Right.
girls.
What you guys do is so fucked up to each other. It's
Yeah.
gross. It's just not nice. And you hold it against other girls for years and years. Men let weird shit go. You guys don't know how
you
to
guys
do
are a
that.
bit simpler.
Well, we're dumb, but it's
Right.
better.
Simpler is a nicer way to
Okay,
say
but
that.
I'd rather be simple and let it go than just let it fester.
Listen, that's why I hung out with mostly guys growing
Yeah.
up. I have like a handful of really great female friends, and then the rest of my friends are dudes. I'd rather hang out with dudes. You guys are easy.
Well,
You're simple.
were you tomboyish? Is that why?
Probably.
Yeah, because you were
I
athletic.
was a hippie. I wasn't
Oh.
really athletic. I was more of a hippie.
But you are athletic, though.
I am sort of. Well, I was a figure skater.
That's athletic?
Yeah,
How's it?
sure,
Yeah, that's
it
a s-
is. But you don't really.
Have you ever seen me on
very
skates?
Social. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a solo
It's a
sport.
solo kind of thing, a loner thing. I was a loner.
A loner on the
I
ice.
did not speak until I was 16. I was super shy, super awkward.
Really?
Yeah. And all my friends were guys because I just hung out with them because they were just easy.
And how many of those guys wanted to hook up and you just...
Well, I found out later that a bunch
Yeah.
of them did.
Isn't that
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah.
They're like, Malin's the best. She's our best friend. And everyone's like, yeah.
But a lot of them didn't. A lot of them wanted tits. You know what I mean? And I didn't have that to offer.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot of them, I remember one guy coming back from a date with a girl and all the guys were making fun of him. They're like, why'd you go out with her, man? She's fat. And like, they were terrible. They were awful about it. It was
That's how
really-
boys talk.
I know, but
Yeah.
it was terrible. I was like, guys. And he just went, you know what? She's super confident. She knows what she's doing in bed. And that was it. And all the guys just shut up right there. And it was like, all right. And from that day on, I just went, yeah, it's confidence. It has nothing to do with looks. It just is. It really is what shines through at the end of the day.
It does have a lot to do with looks.
Oh, you're so welcome, Mr. Hollywood.
Did you ever date a really unattractive person?
Yeah.
You really did?
Ask my friends. I remember them going, what the fuck?
You went out with a guy that most of your friends were like, oh my God, that guy's so ugly.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. In high school, there was
Why? He was just a nice guy?
No, I thought he was cool looking. I really have like a range of what I like. I like weird shit. I
Like
mean,
your taste in men is just
I
total
love
opposite?
what's his name from the Crow, the bad guy in The Crow, Michael
Wait, who?
with like acne scars and like the long I just
Wait,
love
who
shit like
in
that.
The Crow?
Yeah.
We're referencing movies for people that don't know
Michael,
from 38 years ago. He's the bad guy in The
Yeah,
Crow. Why
yeah.
can't I think of, and people at home are like, because I think I go to Brandon Lee.
No, it's not Brandon Lee.
Oh, Michael Wincott.
Oh, Michael Wincott. That's my jam.
He's like old and sad.
I mean,
and,
this is when he wasn't. It was when he was in The Crow. He was kind of creepy looking.
And you know when he was in The Crow? In 94.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. But like it was always just kind of this off. There was always something about had to be in the eyes, and it had nothing to do with
Something in the eyes.
And I've had handsome guys too. I'm not saying that I haven't, but it's not necessarily for me. It was really either you got to be really funny,
Yeah.
or you got to be really dark and fucked up.
Yeah.
Luckily,
and now
I
your
ended up with
husband
someone
is
funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's not dark at all.
Yeah, it was good that it went that way.
He's goofy funny too. He's like
Yeah.
very like lighthearted and jovial,
Oh,
and he's got like a
so
happy
sweet.
sensibility, which is interesting because most Brits are very have very dark, snarky senses of humor. He doesn't really have that.
No, he doesn't have the snarky. He grew up loving American comedies as well. That was sort of
That's
his
why.
jam. But also he's going on 9 years sober now. And so
Wow.
he really kind of went a different direction with his life than sitting at a pub and like drowning his miseries in a
Sure.
beer.
Which
in,
is what
like,
most of
pints.
England is, yeah.
Yeah, and that's sort of what it's just that sensibility that just so he kind of I think and now I may be speaking out of, what is it called? What's that expression?
Out of turn.
Out of turn.
But I disagree with that. It shouldn't
It's
be
a
called
weird,
that.
like, yeah, it's a weird
I might be
expression.
speaking out of turn. There's no one else here talking. It's you.
You
It's
are.
your
Is
turn.
it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay.
You're not speaking out of turn.
But I just think that I love whoever he's become, whatever it was that made him who he is, he's got this, he does have a lightness to him. And maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe it's just who he is. But I think when you do a lot of self-work and you realize and appreciate the things that you do have in life, you become a lighter person.
Totally.
When you walk through life just appreciating and being thankful. And that really is who he is to the core. And I love that about him. He can turn things around and he can really just talk to himself. He has a good dialogue with himself, which not a lot of us do. We can have like
I don't at all. I don't talk to I don't even want to know me. I want to get out of this thing as fast as I can. I don't want to know me at all. Is it weird? Two things. One, I'm interested because I guess I knew he was sober because didn't have any drinks when we went to that pool bar in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Is that weird for you to?
No, I didn't know. Like, you never would have guessed. That's the thing.
But
too.
does he
Like,
care that you have drinks around the house?
Not at all.
Never bothers him.
Not at all.
Wow.
Not a thing. He actually prefers me drunk.
Yeah, I mean we all do. You're miserable when you're not. When you
No,
start
not
getting
at all.
grumpy, you're like, get Malin, get her a drink. She needs to. And also, did you think you were going to get married again? Did you?
No.
You
I was
thought no
hell
way,
bent
huh?
against it. Actually, when I met him, I just said, and he's 7 years younger than me, so I was like, oh, honey.
Yeah.
It was that, like, old lady, like,
Yeah.
old Broadway broad.
Let me show you something.
I got my kid. I got my career. I'm never getting married again. I'm never having more kids. And he went, great. For him, that was like perfect.
Yeah.
No strings attached.
It's true.
Amazing. So much fun. And I said, listen, I was serious. I was gathering some of my girlfriends. We were looking for land to like start our own little commune where we'd have our own homes, but we'd have like a communal space and raise our kids together. Perfect. I'd have a Rolodex of people that I can bring in and out for booty calls. I told him everything, all of this. I was like, so you're going back to England anyway in 2 months. So if you want to hang out for a while, cool. He's like, and he tells stories like he felt like he hit the jackpot because he didn't want to get married or have kids either.
Wow.
But then he met me.
Then he met you.
After 2 weeks. But for both of us, after
Stuck
2 weeks,
around.
we both just kind of went, oh, shit, this is bigger than what we thought it was going to be.
So, but the catalyst to get married again changed because you were like, I want to I want to have a family unit again.
Do you know what? He jumped in and is the most amazing stepfather ever.
Yes.
He's an incredible
Props to
dad.
stepdads. I got one, and props to stepdads.
Yeah, exactly. You have
Stepdads
a
are dope.
lovely stepdad.
Yeah.
I met your
Yeah, they're
your
the best.
stepdad.
If you can get a good one, you got a good one.
Oh my God, he's unbelievable with Seb, and they love each other more than. And I saw that connection, and I just went, wow, I want this family unit. And it wasn't so much about the actual marriage
thing. Yeah.
It does make it easier in this country when you are married for many different reasons. We travel a lot. We, like all of those things, like healthcare,
money,
and
life, kid, all of that
it.
stuff ties
If I didn't
in.
have the kid, I don't know that we would, but I know that it was his first time. Again, he didn't want to get married either, but then when we were so deep into it and so in love, I mean, he proposed 9 months into it.
At the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yeah. It's his favorite. Did I
Yeah.
ever tell you that though?
No.
It wasn't at the Cheesecake, but he does.
Does he really like it?
When he first moved out here, he was like, I'm going to take you on the best date. There's this place. It's in Marina Del Rey. It's called the Cheese, this Brit. And I'm like, the Cheesecake Factory? And he goes, oh, yeah, it's so
So good.
beautiful. It's so good. I was like, all right. Okay. So we ended up going, but we had my son with us as well that night. And we went to the Cheesecake Factory and he walked in and he goes, oh, right. I was drinking back then when I first came here.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite look the same
He's
or
like,
hit the same
this
standard.
was so mysterious at one point.
Yeah.
They had a menu from all of the food of the world. By the way, shout out Cheesecake Factory is actually good.
It's
all
so
jokes
much fun
aside,
to go.
it's good every
Yeah.
time I go
Yeah.
because it's salt and butter and fat. And you're like, what do you
What's
want?
not to
We have
love?
all of it.
It might not be the most. Listen, it's super fun. I think it's more like a family affair,
Yeah.
but and it wasn't maybe the most romantic date night.
But still,
But the food it's totally it hits the spot.
it's legit.
It's legit.
So because I always think about that. Like I have friends that are getting married for the second time, and I've said this very adamantly, and I mean it. And I know people are like, you don't know. I do know me. If I know me,
Yeah.
if I no longer am married, if this doesn't work,
Yeah.
I'm never doing it again.
You
I'll
say
never
that.
do it again.
That's what I said.
I'll not, only because I think I know me. It's like I just
All right,
like
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think like this is
I
I'm
thought
going to
you
do
didn't
this
want
this
to know
time.
you.
Huh?
I thought you didn't want to know you, but
Yeah.
now you're saying you do know you.
I know me and I don't like it. And I don't like it at all. No, I think it's cool to like okay, does he call
It's fun to have an experience.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a rite of passage. Does your son call him dad?
He does now, yeah.
Wild, huh?
He also calls he has his papa and his dad. And
Oh,
he
right.
loves both of them. Like
Biological father.
Biological father. And
Papa.
it really works out well. And my ex really likes Jack and is really happy that he's in Sebastian's life. Like it's so
Should be though,
it
if
couldn't
he's a
have
good
been
guy.
better. Yeah. But you never know. Like the exes that whole situation of exes and when
I
you
know, but
have
I feel
a
like that's
kid
more in the movies than it is in real life. You always see like the ex-husband and it's like here to pick up the kid, and then you talk to your friends and it's like no, they get along because this is a
Yeah.
world that we have to operate in because we're
Totally.
adults.
I guess you're right.
At some point, I almost know nobody
Yeah.
that doesn't just do the right thing for the kid.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can hate each other.
Yeah.
But you just like do the right thing and you just are like, I'm glad that I used to call my stepdad before I said dad. I called him my Jeff. That's what I said to my mom.
Oh, that's
my
really
Jeff.
sweet.
Well, because I didn't know how to call him. I was too young to understand dad.
You're
Dad. That's not
26?
dad.
How old were you?
32.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't understand dad as but it's not your dad in my mind.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
didn't understand. I didn't get it yet.
Right.
So I just called him my Jeff because I thought
That's really cute.
he was my Jeff. And to this day, my Jeff. And my mom also makes fun of, she wrote me in my birthday card, she had said, the day that I stopped calling her mom, I started calling her by her first name. Mm-hmm. And I did it as a kid for some reason, a little kid, like unconsciously. Maybe because I heard her, like friends or
Yeah.
people around say it, but she thought it was so funny. So I said it for years. And now when I call her, I do that when I pick up the phone.
You call her by her name?
Yeah, when she picks up, I goes, hello.
So you never call her mom?
I always go, hello, Maureen.
Oh my God, that's.
And she goes, hey, babe.
fantastic. Maureen's a great name.
I don't
though,
say
too.
mom. I rarely say mom. I really
Oh,
don't.
shit. Sebastian's. Well, he says mama all the time, but when he's telling people about me, he's like, and Malin, she's my mom. It's really fantastic.
Malin.
He's
My mother,
walked
Malin.
up to someone once before. He's grasped the concept now that I'm in films.
He's got to see.
Sure. And there's paparazzi. And he's like, why are those people taking pictures of us? And so I'm just honest about it. And I said, it's because of this and this. And somebody shouted out something. We were on our way to a flea market and they were like, hey, I loved you in Rampage, man. And he was like, what's that? And I went, oh, it's a movie that I did. It's one where I got eaten by a giant gorilla. I showed him that scene. He's like, oh my God. And he was really upset about it at first. And then I'm like, but I'm still here. Like, I'm still alive.
He's like,
You
I
have to,
know,
like,
but if that
put it
gorilla
all
does
together.
that shit again.
Oh, he's into punching everything that's wrong. If somebody says that Black lives don't matter, I'm gonna punch him in the face. Like everything is, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
I like this guy because
Yeah.
I think I might have left that behind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my violence, I think maybe he fell that for me when he was one
Oh,
in
maybe,
Vegas.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I
maybe.
did teach him
You
to
fed
punch
that
stuff.
into him?
Yeah, I go, you don't like stuff, you punch it. You understand? That's what you do, kid.
Oh, but I love all the conversations. And he walked up to someone right after that incident, and someone shouting that out. We walked into a flea market, and he wanted to pet a dog, and he's like, "Can I go pet it?" I said, "Yeah, go ask them." And he had walked up, and we heard it in earshot, and he goes, "Hey, I was just wondering if I could pet your dog. I mean, my mom's in a movie. She's in Rampage. She's actually a movie star, so maybe you'll let me pet your dog." I was like, oh my God.
He's doing it good.
This is
and then you go,
crazy. Very good. It's
see if they'll
nuts.
give you the dog.
And I was
My
telling
mom
me
is
the
famous.
scenes.
Can I have your dog?
But now he's telling me scenes that he would do. Like I'm about to actually go off and do a vampire film. And he's like,
Where are you going?
in New Mexico.
Ooh, that's where all the
In
vampires
November.
are.
I know. I can't wait. I
It's
thought they were in New
hot
Orleans.
in here. Yeah.
But he's like, am I going to be in the movie? I was like, no, buddy, you're not going to be. He's
Why
like, well,
not?
if I was in the movie, I mean, I would punch them all in the face.
Maybe you should get him
and
in.
he's like explaining the scene of how the scene would go down. He's like, yeah, Mom, I'm going to be the kid like who's on his device, who's like just telling people to go punch him, go punch the vampires. But I'm still going to be really cool and on my device. I was like, oh, God.
Does he have an iPhone?
No.
But
he gets an iPad on the weekends. He gets to play video games.
That's cool.
Just for
That's
2
a cool
hours.
restriction.
If he does his chores. He has chores every morning. And then if he does his chores all week, he gets Roblox. That's what he loves. And he gets $5 on the weekend. He gets either $5 cash for doing his chores or he gets 5 Robux.
What
spend.
is that like?
It's like so you can buy things like
online?
You can buy a pet and you can buy online, like in the game.
Roblox?
Yeah.
Robux?
Roblox is
I can't wait to experience the nonsense of that world. And you get 5 Robux.
Yep. Oh, it's ridiculous.
I think but cash is king. He obviously takes the cash sometimes.
Nope.
He
Always
doesn't?
Robux.
Oh.
He
You
loves
got to
the
teach
video
him
games.
cash is king.
I know. I've taught him, but he
doesn't
so
want
into
it.
the video games right now.
If he said, "Mommy, I want to get into movies," what do you do? Come on, man. Be honest.
I really don't want him to.
Yeah, you don't.
I
That's
really
a bad
don't.
idea. Because look at what it did to you.
I was never a child actor.
I know, but being an actor, look what it's done to you. I mean, it's significant damage.
I know. Listen.
You could have been a wholesome person at
That's
one point.
why.
in your life.
And now I'm a shit show.
But you don't want him involved in this entertainment industry. Why?
Not as a kid. I don't
Oh.
mind. I don't mind if he really wants to. When he turns 18, he can go for it. But as a kid, I just think it does something to kids. Some kids get out scot-free, but most of them have some shit go on that just kids shouldn't deal with the adult world just yet.
Yeah.
I want kids to be kids.
I couldn't agree more.
You
But
know?
then, there's going to be kids in film and stuff. And whose kids are they then? I guess they must
not mine.
exist. Right?
Just not mine.
Yeah, you want
I've just seen it firsthand, and and again, this is not all kids. I've seen some kids who have come out and they're fantastic, but I think the percentage is bigger on the other.
Yeah,
the other end
we know
of
the
that.
truth. You and I know the truth.
You were a child actor, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't start
Well,
acting
you act like one.
till 10 years ago. 10
Really? Is
10
that
or
when you
11 years
started?
ago.
Were you doing stand up before then, though?
Yeah. Yeah. And by I say started acting, I mean they let me in the back door, you know?
In the back door.
I'm never the guy they wanted the red carpet. They're always like,
Yeah.
"Well, we don't want to see you. Can you sneak around back?"
Because your hair clashes.
Just because of my face. They go, "We don't need a picture of this guy. Could you go in the back? Could you just hide out in the back until
you
we?"
have the loveliest smile.
They go, "Mr. Santino, it's good that you're here. They reserved a seat for you by the dumpster out back. Thank you." No,
the best spot anyway.
I think the kid. Look, let's be honest. I can say it. You don't have to. I don't have to protect myself. Kid actors are psychopaths. They creep me the fuck out. They're lovable, nice kids. I'm sure they're good people. They scare me because they talk like adults. Like a
lot
kid
of
actor
them
will
do,
go,
yeah.
"Hello, it's very nice to meet you." I'm like, "You're 4. What the fuck is going on? Tell me poop
Yeah.
talk. What do you do?"
Yep.
It's very strange. They're 2 seasons.
It can be strange. I think there's some people who have found the happy medium now, which has been really interesting to watch. And maybe it's because of the past crazies.
Yeah, the chaos.
That now they're kind of like finding that perfect balance of letting them be kids and doing this work. But there have been kids definitely where it's like, get me a grilled cheese sandwich, or I wanted this, and you're like, excuse me, what?
And somebody gets it for him.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
No, see,
That's
I
the
don't-
problem. So if I had a kid in the business, I'd be like, nobody get him anything.
Right.
He has to go get his own stuff. He'd talk to him like a kid. Like it's just but that's why I just wouldn't do it.
Well, I got to tell you, he's a cute kid, so he might end up being in.
Okay,
the
thanks
biz.
for that support.
Well,
Listen, I know
it's your
that
fault.
can
Make an
happen
ugly
also.
kid. I'm gonna make an ugly kid. They're gonna have no chance. It's great.
True.
Yes, I'm gonna have a
not- you're not gonna
4-tooth,
have an
one
ugly kid.
eyeballed, I want a singular eye
Might
kid.
look like your wife. You never know.
That's what I'm talking about. Limpy leg, one leg
Oh my
really
God.
tall, one leg
She doesn't
very
ever listen
short.
to your podcast, does she? That's what you can say.
I don't let her. I don't let her. She's not allowed out of the cage at this time of day, and no music,
back
no
of the
dancing.
car.
I see you sit. She's in the trunk with the kid. Malin, we end every episode the exact same way. I want you to look into the camera and you say one word or one phrase that's going to end the episode. And this is important, particularly because this is how they're going to remember you. Okay? One word or one phrase. When I walk off camera, you finish the episode. Go ahead.
Tvätta snoppen.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.